I forgot I could set things recording with the little link button on the microphone. Another video. It is 6:10. It is still Sunday. It is Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Am I confident that it's Sunday? Yes, it's Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. We're going to go to Liverpool for the day. Sarah's just gone to have a shower. And I wanted to, again, thank people for the engagement on today's video. Again, small little tucked away channel that's not really being advertised anywhere, and the engagement is crazy. I'm trying to get to it now. I've not had time yet, because I just watched Stephen King's It Part 2. 13 subscribers. I've got another subscriber for some reason, somehow. But I have had comments from, Van Life with Paul, Steve again, another one saying nice camera from someone I don't know actually. That might be the new subscriber. I had quite a lot. Carl, RDS, a lot of people were saying that the idea to make videos with my dad was a really good idea. I did read your comments when they came through. They were really, really long and really in-depth and really detailed. And I will, after this video, when I've recorded this, I will go and I'll reply to all of you. But basically, what you're all saying is it is a great idea to record stuff with my dad. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. I was around there today. Me and Sarah went visiting. Went to visit my sister for a bit, and then I went to visit mum and dad. And he's got a lot to say, and his stories are really funny. And I haven't asked him about being on videos and stuff, but he won't care. Basically, the main thing, the main reason that I like to think that I'm... What am I? I nearly said successful then. Am I successful? I think I am in my own weird little way. A bit of a weird, strange thing to call yourself. But the main reason for being the person that I am is down to them. They've always, mum and dad, they've always been decent with me no matter what I've said, what I've done. And I'm not a particularly bad kid or anything like that. I was fairly, straight down the middle. Obviously got up to things as old boys do when they're growing up, but generally speaking, I wasn't a bad lad or anything. But I've got so much to thank them both for. And one thing that they do that I've always noticed my whole life, even as a kid, is they've just supported me. They always support me, even with my harebrained ideas. And like the story that I said about the job, which I actually finished in the day after video, where I decided to pack in the job I've been at for 10 years with no qualifications, and my dad was like, "Oh no, I think that was a very good idea," but he still supported me in the end and came back to me and said, it was the best decision you ever made. What I'm trying to say is they definitely support me. They support me through whatever I decide to do, no matter how harebrained or silly or daft it is. And if I said to my dad and mum, either of them, they have been on some of my videos. If you look at some videos on Stuart Explores or Stu Vlog, they are actually, I go in there with the camera sometimes and they don't see it. They just talk to me and as if the camera wasn't there. So if I said to them, "Do you want to be on some videos and do you want to tell us some stories?" my dad would be like, "Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll love it." And I think you're right. I think RDS and Carl particularly said that and Steve, you've all said on the very nice lengthy comments that you've written that you wish that you'd have been able to capture your dad, your parents and stuff, because there's a few of you that just the comments say it, or I won't reiterate it and stuff, because it's quite serious stuff, and it's quite meaningful. But I think he has got some amazing stories with Dad. All the stories about when he was an apprentice at the power station, the stories about Big Bad Johnny's hit my granddad, and the year that they grew up, and I know that Steve thought it was funny that my dad was the coming home present. He was the coming home present, and and we joke about that quite a lot. But he's got a lot to say, and I'd like to record it. He's 80 next year, but honestly, when I'll put him on this channel, and when you see him and listen to him, you'll be like, that is a sharp mind. The memory he's got, the memory. I'm sure everybody thinks that their parents and their friends and their family are all the best and this, that and the other. But when you hear the details he can go into and the things he can remember, he worked in the nuclear industry, and he can tell you inside out, back to front, how everything works. I was chatting to him the other day about the Flying Scotsman and this famous steam train, and he went, "Did you know there's two of those and they've got two different registration numbers? One is quotes registration number, the other is quotes registration number." Something that he won't have recalled for 50 years plus maybe. But he's got a very, very, very sharp mind. He's super logical and super sharp, and he's funny. He's a really funny guy. He's got a spreadsheet on his computer from everything that he's ever bought from 2008. And he's actually told me today that he's filled the spreadsheet. He's had to make another tab or another file because it literally won't let him put anything else in it. Everything he's bought, from a Mars bar to a car to a computer to whatever, is on that sheet. It is a monster, and it does all these calculations and stuff, and he's just basically a genius. And he's got a lot of fun stories, and everybody that's commented thinks it's a good idea for him to for us to make some videos. So we're going to do that. Don't know when. Say I'm off all week, and this is Sarah's birthday week, so this isn't not the ideal time. I imagine the bank holiday weekend, the bank holiday Monday in August, I think I'll do some with him then. I'll take this camera, my little action, maybe the mirrorless or whatever, and just set up a few cameras and whatnot, and ask some stories. So if you could pop below this one and say what you want to hear about. He's worked in the nuclear industry all his life. Well, power industry. He was coal first. Tell a lie. He started in glass, St Helens glass. Then he went to coal power stations. Then he went to the nuclear industry. And there's stories about his dad as well. So if you've got any questions for my dad, leave me some questions for my dad, because it would be nice to have the structure, like Steve said, sort of like a podcast where, and I don't care about the time. The video could be an hour, it could be 5 minutes. I'm not bothered. But if you fire some questions, they don't have to be about me. They can just be like, ask questions that you want to ask a guy who's extremely clever, who was born in 1947, about whatever you want. And I'll say to him, Dad, I've made a video and I've got these people to ask you some questions. Do you fancy answering them on video? And I bet he'd say yeah. I bet that'd be cool. So yeah, thanks again for all the engagement and all the comments and all the sort of interaction we have on this little channel. It's so much fun. I'm enjoying this video channel way more than any of the others that I've done for a very long time. This is probably about the 10th channel I've ever made, and I'm enjoying it the most. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll leave it at that. I'll get this uploaded. Give me anything, comments or questions for my dad. And when it comes around to it, it's probably going to be, like I said, the bank holiday weekend. Yes, I've still got some responses to answer, that I've not forgotten about. I just need to transcribe everything into a notepad. I'm getting that many flipping comments and stuff that I just need to have a bit of a structure so I can get back to everyone. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Questions for Dad. Speak to you later. Bye.